Well, it's 8 p.m. my time, so I guess it's time to start. Good evening, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear the game in the background, as always, all the good stuff. Can I say whiskey instead? Maybe I should have rephrased and put any kind of an alcohol. I know what I'm choosing, but I'm not gonna tell you. It's too early to tell you. Can you add warm shower? I cannot because there is only 4 options in the YouTube poll, so I would love to, but I cannot. Anyways, guys, good evening. Thank you for confirming that the voice is good. We're gonna start a brand new adventure. Something that came to my mind recently, which I am extremely happy that I come up with this idea. I'm not going to lie. We're gonna try and save 100 kilograms of cheese before it all goes bad. So this is our character. This is Vito Zuniga. He's a chef. Because I figured the best character to play a challenge related to cheese is a chef. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. A few things to begin with, to just give you the idea of the entire challenge. I don't think anyone ever done this. If anyone did it, let me know. But the whole concept is I do have to save a total of 100 kilograms of fresh cheese. It can be regular cheese, it can be processed cheese, it doesn't really matter. Only thing that matters is that the total volume, the total mass of the cheese has to be over 100 kilograms. Now, obviously to do that, I will have to run around the entire Knox County. I'm not using any mods, I cannot create my own cheese. I am only able to find cheese which has been spawned as part of, like the general game. The game settings, I have not tweaked the spawn rate of cheese, so everything is set to normal. It's not an extremely rare, like, let's make it even more challenging and difficult. I want to focus on getting the cheese. That is also why I turned off infections. Don't hate me for that. Please don't hate me for that. I think securing this amount of cheese is hard enough, so I figured, we're just gonna have some fun, and we'll see if it works. It's highly possible that I am going to fail because between securing enough cheese and making sure that the power doesn't go out fast enough, and I am able to collect everything and put everything in one place and get enough refrigeration, it's gonna be a logistics nightmare. So, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, let's start this. I've been yapping for 3 minutes, so I think we're good. Dude looks determined, just as I am. I am super determined, guys. I really want to do it. And we'll see if I make it. Welcome to Blight. Welcome to Sanda. Welcome to Zero. Welcome to Fox. Welcome to Aces. Oh, wow. Lots of familiar faces. That's nice. By the way, weird thing has happened. I'm not getting any music in the game. Not sure why. Ask viewers for nationality and what is cheese in their language. I know how to say cheese in your language. Question is, do you know how to say cheese in my language? Oh, and I didn't mention that before. I am starting in Brandenburg. Only because I have not played in Brandenburg for a while, so I figured it's going to be a nice twist. Oh, look at this, a duffel bag to begin with. That's pretty decent. And I don't know, I think my zombie population setting is normal. So... I don't think like we should be expecting tons and tons of hordes fighting. Not my intention. Oh, I want to take half of them. Anyways, I finished the arc, guys. I am actually pretty... no cheese to begin with. That's not good. At least I have a kitchen knife. kind of a must-have item considering I am a chef. But I'm not sure why I have a burnt beef patty. I must have been a pretty horrible chef. I finished the art, guys, going back to what I wanted to say, and in order to stay in shape, zomboid wise, I started playing Winter is Coming again, sort of a like semi-wilderness run. Is cheese created a weapon? I don't think so, but it would be deadly, especially if you like use it across someone's face. Oh Jesus. Oh, and I am testing this mod that Yushi was advertising in Discord, which is called Advanced Health, and it has all kinds of, you know, like different things related to your character's condition. So, oh, whoa. No, hold on. I can remove the broken glass. I have a griddle pan. Cheese lore time. So I am a huge cheese person in general. I love cheese, all kinds of cheeses, including those smelly ones. In fact, I was supposed to have my dinner on a Saturday was supposed to be like a salad with some strawberries and some blue cheese, some pecan nuts, and everything with a bit of balsamic vinegar. So, you know, kind of in the theme. If you guys are interested in my build, maybe I should have mentioned that. I really didn't. I beat the arc, yeah, I did, yeah. I got a bit confused. My build isn't like all too freaky. I just figured in order to be accurate and true to the lore, my character is a keen cook, obviously, because I took the cook occupation, but that obviously he also is a nutritionist, and is fit, because working in kitchens is very, you know, it requires lots of fitness. It's a very hard job. For some reason, he's also a weak stomach and prone to illness. So kind of like a bit of a modification of my regular build. I didn't want to go all too crazy with, you know, combat skills, because I figured that's gonna kill the immersion. Cheese. No cheese. I also should keep in mind that I need some sort of a way to preserve the cheese, right? So, oh, look at this. Oh, wow. See, the thing is, I don't think I'm gonna need these. Still pretty awesome. As soon as I find a pen, I'm gonna mark it on the map. But going back to what I was saying, I have to figure out a way to be able to fire up and have a few generators going, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to set up what I like to call cheese safe houses, which are going to be specific locations in various different cities, where I will be able to store cheese. Yeah. This mod that I am using, I haven't really tested it much, but it also adds some really cool pills and stuff. So you get like stimulant pills, all kinds of different meds for all kinds of different occasions. Where am I? High Street. I don't know where am I. Which part of Brandenburg is this? They really should be a way to make a root cellar. Yeah, and like the easiest of them all. When it's, you know, freezing temperatures outside, the food should also freeze. Is it the function of writing notes functional again? I seems so. Was it not working for some time? Because it's kind of important for my playthrough, because I will be trying to capture and note how much cheese and where do I have it, you know. Oh, on paper. I don't know. I never use it. Like never. There is a mod for outdoor winter refrigeration. Probably is. I think I've even recall seeing something like that in workshop. The thing is, this should be a vanilla thing, you know. Oh, a tree house. Something. Well, it's not a tree house, but you get the point. It's a nice one. Is this new? I fought on stairs so much that this is no longer, you know, having any effect on me. It's nothing to me. Flashlight. Plenty of electrical equipment. The thing is, I would love to find an electrical book before I actually start disassembling anything. And I don't have a screwdriver anyway. Alright. This one's nothing. About things being broken, there is a mod called Unborg that fixes a lot of mods with death chain. Really? Hold on, guys. I have to check one thing. I'm not sure where I am. Just let me quickly have a look on the map. I haven't read the patch notes yet. Did not have the time. Oh, I know where I am. Okay, cool. I am actually... I'm not bad. Let's just put it this way. Not bad in terms of location. Paralyzed streamers trying something new. Yeah, they said this thing has zombies, so it might be a bit more, you know, intensive in terms of gaming. Oh! Holy shit! How did that happen? Bro was faking it. Still no cheese, guys. I said what? 100 kilograms? Bracia Karamazov. 100 kilograms? I'm not sure there is 100 kilograms of cheese in the entire game. Pizza places, of course. I mean, they're gonna have a lot of cheese. That's a great suggestion. I haven't thought of that. Why haven't I thought of that? Yeah, probably because I've never done this before. Anti-inflammatory pills. Okay, let's take them. Hold on, let me check the garage. You never know. And not for cheese, maybe for like a generator magazine or something. It's gonna be a long stream. It's not gonna be a single stream. It's gonna be a whole series, hopefully. That's what I'm worrying, Zero. I mean, I'm kind of starting to think that maybe that target was slightly too optimistic, you know? Because like that is a lot of cheese when you think about it. Garage cheese. Hey Achilles. Evening. Are you a do you fancy cheese? Are you a cheese person? Mate, honestly. Oi, a crowbar. But hold on, I'm gonna use a garden hoe first. And a screwdriver. Very important, yes. Obviously smokes. Yeah, I'm actually curious to see the results on the survey. I'm gonna give it a couple of more minutes for more people to kind of, you know, respond on it. I know what my answer is. Bottle opener. Not needed. Bro is gonna disassemble burgers. Great strategy. When ever since I played the Ark, I'm not sure if this is just... this one is on sale. This one is going to be completely empty. Now, what I don't understand is why there are no zombies at all. It's supposed to be normal population, so it should have at least some. But anyway, what I was saying is, ever since I started playing the Ark, I was under this weird impression that there is like a weird wild animal noise somewhere that's really creepy. And I've been hearing it ever since. Not sure if that's a coincidence or if, you know, my mind got broken because of just like playing the Ark. I never get into this place. Do not. Dangerous. Just like SpaceX IPO. By the way, when is the SpaceX IPO? I mean, it's something I should have known, but is it this week? Now, honestly speaking, this weapon should be far more deadly. I mean, let's be real, okay? This is... this should one-shot probably like 95% of all the zombies. I mean, stick this pointy thing inside their head. Yeah, those are called meta events. Wildlife preserve. Cool that I found so many magazines, but none of them are cheese related. There should be a magazine, Cheese Monthly, where you pick when they, you know, like discuss. Oh, there we go, the first one. Okay, so this one is 100 grams. Okay, so I would need 100 of these to have a kilogram. So I would need to find let me do a quick math. So if 100 gives me 1, then I would need to find 10,000. I think I overdid it with the target, guys. I think I need to rationalize it. No, you know what? Hold on. Let's see. First of all, so it's only is it 1,000? Oh, of course it does. Yeah, hold on. I messed up my math. See? That's why I use Excel for these things. Now, a question to you guys. Should I immediately put all of those into the freezer and mark them on the map and just drive around and collect them later? Or should I carry them with me in my bag and put them away in a single place when I'm going to be going to sleep? And definitely restaurants. I'm actually on my way to the shopping mall, so I think I'm going to be putting them away into freezers and just marking them on the map, you know. I think that's the smartest thing you can do. I should have a cheese symbol, you know. I'm disappointed. Freeze and retrieve. Yeah, freeze and retrieve. I'm disappointed. There is all kinds of different markers, but not a single one resembling cheese. Well, then I'm just gonna be marking them like this. Like an apple. Cow. Sam jesteś cow. Oh, I could do it in color. Yeah, also. True. Cows give milk. Cows go moo. By the way, the game looks pretty stable. I don't see any, like, issues. Whoa, look at the range on this thing. That was long range. Well, that's the biggest benefit of using this garden hoe. Lol. You obviously shouldn't be able to hit them through the fence, but that's a minor detail. Hold on, guys. There is some sort of a controversy. Puzzle. My pups. They've gotten alerted by something. Oh, hold on. I forgot about my monster. I'm gonna be back. Almost forgot about the most important item for the stream. I checked in my fridge when I was grabbing the monster, and I actually have 3 different kinds of cheese in my fridge today. What happened to your inhaler? I have 3 kinds of cheese in my fridge. I've got an aged cheddar, which is, I love it. It's salty and it's great for all kinds of different things. I've got some grated Parmesan. And I've got a classic Gouda. Or Gouda, or... I'm not even sure how you call it. If Andy was here, he would definitely tell me how to properly say Gouda. And each one of these cheeses is for a different thing. So the Parmesan is for pasta, obviously. The cheddar, I got it for like these like hot sandwiches that I was making a while ago. And the last one is just for regular sandwiches. Monster so late at night. You see, the thing is, I have not had my 3rd coffee. I was working late today. I finished at like 6:30. I spent my entire day looking at numbers. More cheese! More cheese! I spent my entire day looking at numbers. And... I mean, at some point my brain was about to shut down. You know, it's the first day of the month. And it's first day of the month and also a Monday. So for me, it means like the weekly reports that I am in charge of. But also the monthly reports that I am in charge of. So, yeah. Spent a lot of time just moving stuff between cells. And I didn't have my 3rd coffee. I figured, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for the stream and treat myself to a monster. Monsterek niedobry. What do you say? What do you mean niedobry? The best kind, the best one. Le Gruyere, absolutely favorite. Oh my god. Dude. One of my favorite types of breakfast is croque madame. And the only proper way of making a croque madame is making it with the Gruyere cheese. And that's not even like, it's not even a discussion. It's probably one of the best things one can have for breakfast. You prefer black? Yeah, like, of course. Everyone prefers different things. I am definitely team white monster. A man of culture, thank you. I mean, I think you, for the most part, I think you guys know that I have a pretty decent taste when it comes to cooking. And that is exactly why I am going to check the... I'm gonna check the poll. Oh, and it's incredibly balanced. It's absolutely balanced. And oddly enough, at least for now, chocolate is on last spot. Do I have more bread? I think I don't. I do. I'm gonna make more sandwiches. Hi, Andre. And I do agree, White Monster is the best. Team Smokes. Achilles, a very practical man. It's too heavy to carry. And not potent enough. That's fair. All right. So, oh, hold on. I gotta mark more cheese. So I found 2 cheeses, one next to the other. And I finally started to find some zombies, which is nice. because at the start there was barely any. Oh, beautiful. Why are we going after cheese? Question is, why not? I don't know, because I wanted to do something funny. I wanted to do something unusual. I kind of enjoyed the concept of a road trip, but I wanted to spice up the road trip a little bit and make it more meaningful. So instead of just driving around and burning stuff to the ground, I figured let's give it some sort of a purpose. And I couldn't think of a better one, but I think this one is actually... Oh, hello. More cheese! Oh wow, we are on a roll. 3 in a row. Somebody stop me. Oh, and some fresh chicken. I know a YouTube guy that goes after toilet water and butter. Butter is easy. Because butter you can make yourself. And cheese you cannot. That's the whole point. Unless you install mods, right? So I figured I wanna go after cheese. Besides, I love cheese, so... Hold on, we have to indulge Guccio for a moment, you know? He has... my wife just came back from work, so he has an opinion about this. I think I am getting close... I think I'm getting close to the shopping mall area. Hold on, what kind of an IRL skill? I just came back to what Blight mentioned. If you use this standpoint, meth or fentanyl is where you get most kick per gram. Bro just wants to have less competition in the apocalypse, you know? Smart. Eliminate competition. This way, you know, there is less mouths to feed. Ah, the survival skill. I see. I don't think I would have a survival skill that I would like to learn. Great question. I am really, like, terrified with blood, so it couldn't be first aid or anything, you know, treating wounds related. Maybe growing stuff, you know. I think I would do pretty well with, like, garden and stuff. It's just my assumption. First aid, fixing bikes. Fixing bikes is actually incredibly easy. They are extremely, like, simple mechanically. Unless you're talking about motorcycles, then obviously that's a bit more challenging. But if we're talking about engines and stuff, luckily I won't need to worry about it because hopefully, oh, look at this, a survivor's truck. Oh, that's dope. Yo, that's really great. I wonder if these survivors have some cheese. Probably not. But speaking of engines and stuff, I think... well, I don't think I know. My son is hopefully gonna get into a technical high school. Because he just graduated, like, elementary, and now he needs to choose like a direction, and I didn't want him to go to like a regular high school where he's just gonna learn lots of stuff which aren't really practical skills, and we're kind of hoping he's gonna get into a technical one and learn to be a mechanic, which I think is an incredibly good skill to have. It's definitely better than, you know, 80% of his friends who just want to be IT guys because they like to play video games. Oh, whoops. Okay, so there's plenty of zombies. Maybe I should start shooting, you know. Considering that there is ammo here, but there is no gun. Which sucks. $50cc bikes, mopeds. We used to have them here. They were incredibly popular back when we were a communist country. Especially among young people and kids. Now, these days, you know, the kids who used to like ride those, they now have quads and shit, so they they leveled up along with you know, the society in general. Hold on, I gotta fix my inventory because you guys are just gonna tell me again that I am needlessly putting too much weight on me. Which is true. Oftentimes I don't pay attention to that, and you're calling me out on this, rightfully so. Alright, this is a commercial... I have done canning, yes. Well, not canning, I've done jarring. Like real world jarring, yes. This is a commercial area. Let me check. Do they have a pizzeria there? Or a burger place? I'm just quickly checking the online map, you know. There is a Speefos. Okay, so there's definitely gonna be lots and a burger store. And a lamp store for some reason. Well, that's not gonna have any. There's actually 2 Speefos here. Oh shit, this place is gonna have tons of cheese. Oh, is it really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So yes, I have done that. And it wasn't ogórki kiszone, which is pickled pickles, I guess. But legit, like canning of food, so... We were doing that for my dog. And it was a mixture of vegetables and meats. And it's pretty incredible how long it stays fresh. So, yeah. Got a tiny bit of experience with that. And it's actually incredibly easy to do. It's nothing difficult. Oh, and there's one more thing I have not mentioned, guys. I am playing with 2-hour days because I wanted to give myself as much time as possible to collect everything. So considering I'll still have some time to go out and explore and find more cheese. Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus! I'm gonna get a bit of rest now and just read through all these weird magazines I found to learn all of those unnecessary skills which I will not use. But since I have them, you know, might as well read them. Jesus Christ. Badooms. Yeah, exactly. See what I did there? So guys, how was your weekend? I know what Miniok did on a Saturday because we met. Warm. Yeah, tell me the temperature, guys, because it's pretty crazy what's happening across Europe in various different places. Oddly enough, Poland has been incredibly pleasant. Like a perfect 20 degree, a bit of sun, a bit of rain. Like you cannot imagine a better weather. I'd go into farming crawdads or frogs or for protein in a semi-survival kind of situation. Frogs, I mean, they are a delicacy in some areas of the world. Decent with rabbits. I couldn't kill a rabbit. That would break my heart also. Over 30 degrees is crazy. I got a Spain boy in my house. Like a legit person from Spain? Congratulations. Should we congratulate you? Because that sounds very dodgy, you know? I didn't mean that in any mean way. Apologies. Rabbits are the easiest thing to kill and process, except for the part when you cry your eyes out because how cute they are. Yeah. And why are they easy to process? Because the skin just peels off nicely? I thought it would be chickens. Actually. And I don't think chickens would be that painful. I can tell you which animal I could probably handle processing without having any emotions. Fish. I mean, don't hate me for that, and I'm not trying to say that, you know, it's like that they're not living creatures or anything, but I think fish, you're kind of, yeah, okay, it was a fish, whatever. So I could probably have like a pond with some sweetwater fish, which I could just, you know, tap into and fish. That would be easy. Want a funny story about fish not be? Of course we want a funny story, come on. Always. We're all here to have fun, share experiences, and make each other, you know, laugh. That was very deep. Club A fish, it's not so bad, unless it's like one of those elephantos fish or something. No, I would, like, I think I would go for something, like, oddly specific, which I wouldn't really feel bad for killing. Oh! Hello, Spaniard! I would say, what time is it? It's not buenos dias, it's buenos noches. Shit, hold on. If Minok was here, he would help me. He took some Spanish. Thank you for the donation, that's lovely. Is it your first time in my stream? Which part of Spain are you from? Okay, condition is still good. I think I can get inside before I pass out of tiredness. The parking lot looks very manageable. Ooh, look at this. I think I found my ride, by the way, guys. I won it. So, for usual Christians don't eat meat on a Friday. Yes, of course. This is very traditional also here. We are forbidden to eat meat on a Friday. Not many people really care about it anymore. So the church said, beaver are fish. Now it bypassed it. That's double standards. That's horrible. Beavers are cool. Argument, they are in water for a lot of time, yeah. You know, well, technically speaking, ducks then would also count, right? Hey, and a properly prepared duck is delicious. In fact, I think I'm gonna have duck for dinner tomorrow. I'm meeting my dad. Hot dog. Meeting my dad. He came to visit from the States, and we are going out tomorrow. And the place we're gonna visit is known for having really, really decent duck. Okay, hopefully... Can I get some regular cheese, like this cheese? Yes, look at this! So much cheese! Oh, wow. That's a bingo. That's a bingo. Oh, a wool hat. I don't think I will ever need one. Oh, look at this. A handy knife. Love it. Yume, we still don't know where your friend is from. Or I missed it, but I don't think I have. I'm trying to pay attention to chat as much as I can. Not getting myself killed in the process. Oh, hold on, books. Nope. Yeah, nice. Okay, that's a good. That was a really good, you know, like haul of loot. Look at this. And obviously plenty of food if I would ever need to like go more into long-term survival. Plenty of supplies. Hello. Isn't the church baptizing people? Of course it is. You think if we baptize a creature, we can then consider it as a fish because baptism involves being in the water? Could I baptize a steak? Oh, I just made it in time for the survival show. Fishing. I don't think fishing is gonna help me in any meaningful way. But it's a skill, so it's always nice. Bless you, baby. Okay, so I think this covers the Gigamart area. There is some other places. If you get baptized long enough to be considered a fish, you won't have to worry about Fridays. You're gonna grow like what's the name of the breathing mechanism that the fish? I know how it's called in Polish, but I have no idea how to call it in English. You guys will know, so help me out. In Polish, we call it skrzela. Gills, thank you. See, I always learn new stuff when I'm like playing with you guys. It's so cool. I think I'm gonna risk one more. I'm gonna risk one more run and try to hit the Speefos to get their cheese. But all in all, I'm quite happy. It's not bad. I'm already over 1 kilogram, so if I need 100 kilograms at this pace, I would need like 100 days. The power is not gonna last that long. I need to speed up. Puzelek. Chodź. Powiedz cześć. Hold on, guys. We gotta make we gotta plug in the dog to increase the cuteness of the stream. Mokry jesteś. Mokry jesteś. It's been raining. He's slightly wet. Spadaj. Oh yes. That wasn't him, it's the other one. If you can hear barking, it's the other one who's like the local sheriff, and whenever the smaller dog does anything, he's always pissed. Like, don't run! Don't jump on the bed or anything. Everything annoys the other one. Whoa, 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 whoa. Please, not all at once, guys. There's room for everyone. Just one at a time. Oh, come on. And another one. Nie. A był? A był? Nie, nie wiem. Guys, I think I'm in trouble. I think I'm in trouble. Hold on. I was doing like the groceries today. You're not gonna believe, and this is funny actually. This is funny because this is stream related. There were 5 items on the list, and I just quickly went to the store to pick them up. But I did not check the list because I memorized everything. And the problem is I memorized everything we discussed today. I have not memorized the facts, the item needed from a couple of days ago. But I actually forgot to buy cheese. we needed blue cheese, and I did not get it. Can we survive without it? Speaking in speaking in character. No, this time actually it's all true. It's I failed miserably. I forgot to buy blue cheese. So this is perfect, baby. I am doing you know, like a cheese themed stream, and I literally did not buy cheese. Unfortunately, no. Would this place have some? What is the light? Why do you put light at the very... This is such a stupid way to organize, like, a bar. Why would you put the light here? It should be over here. Are you serious? No cheese? In a burger place? That's surprising. If you need blue cheese, just take some cheese and leave it outside. Yes, the thing is, it takes time, which we do not have. But I think that's a decent suggestion. Only not necessarily, you know, for these circumstances. No, please never try to do it yourself. It requires very special conditions. Only specific types of cheese. You know. You need to talk to the French. They know how to do that. Okay, that sucks. This place had no cheese. And this is a store with lamps, so I don't think this is gonna be helpful in any way. It's gonna be better than blue. It's gonna have all sorts of colors. If you don't shower, you can you can make your own. Jesus, guys, you're so disgusting. Oh my god. Oh wow. No, the engine is actually. Oh, the engine is horrible. But it has gas. Okay, so this is bad. I was hoping this place is gonna have half cheese. It did not. And it's 8 p.m. so I think I'm not gonna be doing any more looting. I'm just gonna go back to my cheese safe house and put all the looted cheese in one place. Unless I'm gonna find some here. Hold on. Let there be light. But preferably everywhere, okay? Not just here. Oh, this is Spifos. Hold on, they're gonna have cheese. Okay, so I still have to check this place out. My bad. Yo, why is this place so dark? What the hell? Oh, because the light switch is over here. That's why it's so dark. Now, much better. If there's any French people in the chat, I sincerely apologize. You should. You absolutely should. What did you get for Children's Day? I don't get gifts for Children's Day anymore. I rather, like, give them myself. But are you serious? Okay, this is a pizza place with no cheese. Okay, that's not funny. No. Ni ma sera. What the hell? No cheese. about here? Oh, processed cheese. That's not gonna be very helpful. Blue sheet box, blue cheese box. You're from Seville, Andalusia. What brought you to Poland and how do you like it? Yeah, this is pretty bad. I mean, all kinds of fancy foods, but they're missing one essential ingredient. I need to make a count to see how much. I'm gonna do it in a moment. Just let me get back to my cheese safe house. About 350. Yeah, something even less actually. Oh, I like the echo. Something has changed in my health. I should check myself. You've got cheese fever. You like Poland more than Spain now. So, like, I tend to, like, oftentimes have a chance to speak to people from other places around Europe, and honestly, we get this a lot. Okay, so let's quickly check. We are currently at 0.8 plus 1.8 kilograms of cheese after day 1. Which means at this pace, I am going to reach my target in roughly between 50 to 60 days. I don't have time to do better math, but you get the point. Which means that I'm not gonna make it before the power runs out, which is... She has me kidnapped here. You know, I would argue that some people would love to get kidnapped by their girlfriends. So yeah. Few wins, definitely, but also several disappointments. Not having any cheese in a pizza place in a Spifos was definitely a loss. Let me just properly mark everything. All right. Time to go to sleep. Oh, hold on. No, I gotta smoke before I go to sleep. Otherwise, I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night, and I hate that. Might as well have some pizza before I do that. Why is the power running out? Because that's like the default thing in Zomboid, and I wanted to keep the power running out simply because that adds an additional layer to the game. Because if the power runs out and I am able to like loot cheese in various different places, I do have to be able to maintain refrigeration, which implies the need of having power. So that's why I left it. Stable drop till then. The health model is dancing because I need to like do a self-exam, and this is actually a pretty cool mod. I started to test it out a little bit. You're gonna get more information on your general condition the higher your first aid skill, but you get both buffs and debuffs through this mod. So in my current like test run with this mod, I am at first aid at level 3, and I am starting to get buffs to my like muscle regeneration and stuff like that. But it requires you to follow the instructions, which you know are received through this self-check. It's actually a cool feature. I was even mentioning a while ago that first aid in general, to me, is an area, not only first aid, but first aid in general, like health, is an area that requires the most improvement. So anything that adds it is better. I have to clear out a few because it's gonna be easier to walk around and loot if I get rid of these zombies. Maybe not all of them at the same time. Oh, they're trying to corner me from all the directions. Oh. Run. That was lucky. That was very lucky. That was incredibly lucky. It's still not useful because you can definitely manage without really bothering with it. But, you know, it adds a bit of, like, fun. I'm just gonna run away. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Now, I don't think, but let me just quickly check these refrigerators also. I think these are only for meat and stuff. Yeah, but it was worth checking. Okay. Now there is a restaurant over here. Yeah, and I'm gonna hit all the restaurants next. Because obviously you can do that, you can also try through residential areas, but then you need to be lucky to actually find cheese in homes. So definitely restaurants are like target number 1. Yikes. Oh, come on. Now, finally. Car keys, maybe. Nope. Have you tried playing DayZ? No. No. And I've been getting this question more than once on stream, honestly. Zomboid is actually the only like zombie survival game that I've really got hooked on. I tried Humanity Z recently, but it's not good. And what's there not to like in Zomboid? Come on, I mean, look at this. It's an amazing game. The graphics are absolutely stunning. The gameplay is incredibly immersive, fun. I was worried there for a moment. Car keys? Nope. Car keys? No car keys. I made you laugh, Hawkinga? With what exactly? My stunning graphics joke? Hi, by the way. It's more focused on PvP. So see, that's the whole that's the first issue. I am horrible at PvP. And it goes all the way back to my World of Warcraft days, where I was just a constant liability whenever it was PvP related. I was terrible. I was pretty great on PvE, when I just had to cycle buttons to make sure I deal as much damage as possible. I like this carb though, by the way. But PvP wise, I was a disaster. Oh, this Hilux is amazing. It's locked. It's locked. Now this is a chicken place, so that's one of the things. Cheese and chicken, they don't mix very well. Would you agree, guys? Cheese mixes very well with a lot of things. It doesn't mix well with fish, and it doesn't mix well with chicken. Cornbread. How is my weight, by the way? It should be, yeah, it should be going up like crazy because I am eating like crazy. Okay, no chicken, no cheese here. But so much stuff. I should start disassembling all these things, even though I don't have a bonus to electrical. Because I might end up at some point not having enough. And these things give just crazy amounts of XP. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh, come on. Wasting my time. He messed up my chef's outfit. We are not making friends. Whoa, 2 of them. Haha. Yo, guys, check this out. They have like this military radio inside a chicken restaurant. Is it to communicate with like the delivery guys or something? Or is there something fishy going on here that we should all be aware of? Chicken Parmesan. Okay, I take it back. You win. Chicken Parmesan. Yes, I have not thought about this. It's not very popular here. I'm gonna say in my defense. However, there is actually one very cool dish that I like to do in the summer, which is it's like chicken breasts, but they are cut in half, so they are very thin slices, and I sear them. Hold on, I gotta explain this. And I sear them on butter mixed with garlic and mixed with lemon zest, right? So they get all nice and crunchy on the outside. And once they get that in like this temperature and they are almost done, what I then would do is add a bit more butter, add a bit of heavy cream, and 2 super important ingredients to make it absolutely amazing. 1, chopped mint leaves, and 2, Parmesan. Serve it with rice. That is one of the best things you can eat in the summer. because it's refreshing because of lemon and mint, and it's so freaking delicious. And it takes you like 25 minutes to make. Hello, dual filter. We are doing pretty good, or at least I am. I mean, you know, we have we're talking about food, which on its own is pretty amazing. There is only one problem though. I have not found cheese today. There aren't any decent stores over here. This is Spifos, which I have to check. There is a tool store, which I want to check just for the purpose of maybe finding an electrical book. I love being unemployed. Being unemployed is cool as long as you have means to live. Every time I join your stream, it's about food or cooking. See, I have a reputation I have to maintain. I mean, look, what do you want to talk about? We can talk about like sad stuff, the rise of AI, the fall of interpersonal relationships, the loneliness epidemic. Like there are so many things we can talk about. The growth of the wealth inequality. It's like, guys, if you want to talk about something, all you need to do is just, you know, start the conversation. I just figured food is nice to talk about because we all have things we like, and yeah, it's a topic we can all relate to. That's true, Yume. I mean, you always had this issue that you were when you came to the stream, it was about to end so many times, right? And this time, oh look, a functioning car with no fuel. Not the car I want, though. Because I wanted that Hilux. Yeah, maybe out of all the people, maybe you shouldn't start a conversation. Like we can probably find some ideas. We're good. You can like jump in the middle of the conversation. Okay, this is the tool shop. Yo, can you guys hear this? It's like a mall music. Yo, this was not in the game before, was it? This is why I follow you and love the community. Yeah, like between us, I mean, you guys probably know already that I do have an opinion on a lot of these topics that I kind of hinted at. But like there are so many fun things we can talk about. We don't need to put ourselves down. I mean, the world is frustrating enough. I mean, at some point we are all going to wake up like my character in the arc. Should enjoy ourselves while we still can. Okay, nothing really fancy in the tool store, and I think this is not anything even remotely like interesting. This is the auto parts shop. Hold on, this could actually be interesting. This can give me a rubber hose, and it's a long shot, but maybe I will find the Car Zone VHS tapes. You guys know why I want to find Carzone VHS tapes, right? Because then I will be able to hotwire. Rubber hose. Unfortunately, that is really wishful thinking. Because I don't think I've ever found, like, Carzone tapes in an actual auto parts store. Alright, let me mark all of this as explored. Spifos now then. Hold on, let me catch up because you guys are on fire tonight. I mean, I am barely able to catch up on chat, which is pretty crazy. Bring me to life. I'm not emo. Though I do enjoy some of like darker music. Best food of your country. Me, Belgium. So it is Belgian beef. Oh, Jesus, beef stew with fries. Yes. And the thing is with beef stew, it's not only Belgium, because like you guys have your own way of doing that, but the French also have their own way of making like classic beef stew. And oh Jesus, those are so delicious. Do you simmer the beef in red wine or do you rather simmer it in something else? No, not hotwire is not like a skill you learn from the tapes. You learn car mechanics, and in order to hotwire, you need electrical level 1 and mechanics level 2. And this way, if you like get a combination of both, you're able to hotwire, right? So I might have been a bit unclear on this one. Okay, this place must have some cheese, alright? I will be shocked if I won't find any here, even though it looks slightly damaged due to the... it was a tornado, right? Yeah, it was a tornado which damaged parts of Brandenburg. And Spifos is at the very edge of it, but like I will be shocked if I won't find any. Stove the onions and the meat, then you cool it down with beer. So I didn't want to make like an assumption, but I would imagine since it's Belgium, I would say it's probably in beer. Come on, are you serious? Gravy mix. Oh, wait up. This is the storage. 3 freezers. Okay. Bro. Nacho cheese. Chat, does it count? What do you think of Geneva Convention? Very important. Needs to be followed. I think it absolutely counts. In my opinion, it absolutely counts. Even in one of the discussions on Discord initiated recently, we specifically identified nacho cheese as something very American in terms of cheese. So yes, it counts. Okay, at least something. Geneva suggestion. These are more guidelines instead of strict rules. And this, guys, if you're ever in Brandenburg, this is a place you absolutely must visit. This is the pawn shop. No surprise, there is so many zombies around. Don't expect to find... Oh. Don't expect to find any cheese in the pawn shop. But, you know, you can find all kinds of other cool stuff. Fisherman's hats. Old welding goggles. No. This is a rare item. Somebody even recently on Reddit was asking where can they find them. Obviously lots of guns, as in any pawn shop. You can even sometimes, if you're very lucky, but you have to be insanely lucky, sometimes you can find a katana. Oh, lovely. Okay. Another canteen. If I could find Alice suspenders, that would be pretty amazing. Oh, a military satchel. Also nice. Yeah, and this is where the boss sits. Oh, look at this. 2 military backpacks. Yep, sweet. So yeah, a must-go location. Can you show the location on the map, please? Yes, of course. So essentially, when you're in Brandenburg, this is the road that leads outside of Brandenburg, like out of Brandenburg and all the way to Akron. Okay? And this is what's called the Pond View Shopping Center. So on the right-hand side of the main street, you have the pawn shop. Very, very, very cool place. So as you can see, basically. That counts, but take some weight away for the glass. Are you serious? Are we really going to argue over those 100 grams? Which is like a fraction of a percentage. As much as I like the Geneva Convention, I don't think they apply to zombies. I think it doesn't, you know, because like I don't think they are classified as like living creatures. Though one might argue that we probably do not have a convention specifically tailored for this situation. And this is the doctor's office, isn't it? No, this is... What is this? Oh, this is a hair salon. Okay, my bad. Check this store. Not even sure what store this is. When we went with with Fuchs, the place was trash. That's a shame. Because obviously, I mean, it can happen, right? But yeah. That's a shame. My tiredness is starting to stick with me. Okay, what is this place? Oh, okay, this is like a record store. Yeah, whatever. That means not much more, like targeted locations outside of like residential housing for cheese. Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to find cheese in this sushi place. Anyways, I gotta get some rest. I gotta get at least some basic recovery because it's getting tough. I see you know your history. Congratulations. Yeah, let's not talk about the end of 18th century and all of 19th century. It's kind of a sensitive topic here. Not great. Can you imagine somebody pawning a whole wheel of cheese? I saw this Instagram reel like a year ago where a dude brought in a whole like ball of Parmesan cheese, which he apparently got for like $30 somewhere. And his wife was like incredibly mad at him, like, why did you buy so much cheese? What are we gonna do with so much cheese? I mean, that ball of Parmesan was probably worth hundreds of dollars, right? So yeah, if I could find one like that, that would make the whole process slightly easier. Okay, so how much do I have? Let's get rid of all of this non-cheese stuff, which I despise. 2.1. Well, that's not great. Gotta pump up the volume. Bit of rest, bit of relaxation. And I don't know, I think considering that I've kind of cleared all the stores, what other restaurants are there? Huh. Well, there is one not far away still. I'm checking the online map, guys, in case you're wondering what I'm doing. I am doing like a quick check. Am I gonna play more Paralives? I'm actually playing Paralives right now offline. Not sure if I'm gonna do it on stream. This was more of a one-off, unless you guys want me to. I'm not sure. It's really hard to bookstore. Yeah. I know what I'm gonna do next. Maybe I should. You know, I mean, the game is fun. It's highly underdeveloped, okay? So I was playing the other day and my character got stuck in the middle of the stairs and I was unable to like force her to walk anywhere. So she couldn't walk up the stairs, she couldn't walk down the stairs, I could not get her to go home. And I figured, shit, I don't know what to do, and I quit. And the game does feel a bit empty still, so it quickly became incredibly repetitive. And also I noticed an incredibly funny bug, which essentially was related to the water consumption. So the thing is, what is this? Why is this still highlighted? Gives one sheet. Huh? What did I click? Okay, never mind. I'll worry about it later. It's not getting in the way. But essentially, since it is like you have to support yourself, right? So you go to work and you get paid, and you have to pay the bills. So you get like an electricity bill, You get a city tax you have to pay, and there's also a water bill. And the funny thing is, my character took a shower maybe 2 or 3 times during the whole week, and obviously used the bathroom once. And I got a water consumption bill which showed that I used 13,500 liters of water in a single week, and I had to pay like 4 times my salary to cover the bill. That was so funny. It's obviously a bug. I mean, I reported it because it's probably something messed up with the. They probably put a decimal somewhere in the wrong place, but it was just insanely funny. Like I had to pay for 13,500 liters of water consumption. Insane number. And no, it was not something like one-off, because I played for 3 weeks, and you get these like weekly statements that you need to cover, and every single week I was getting the same statement with like 13,500 liters with like a small fraction at the very end, right? So it was like 13,522, then it was like 17 or something, oddly specific, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna play this because I just cannot afford to live in that town. It's like San Francisco or something. Honey is nice. I don't need any honey. And it definitely doesn't qualify as cheese, so... Where are the Zeds? Oh, here they are. Oh, another one. Oh, and another one, and another one! Too many. Yeah, I mean, it's 13.5 cubic meters. I mean, it's, yeah, but look. I mean, my character was a hairdresser, okay? She wasn't making that much money. But yeah, I had to pay like 3 salaries to cover for the water bill. I mean, I got promoted later, so it was slightly easier, but still. I found it incredibly funny. Oh, sweet. You know what I need? I need a car. Because if I find a car, it's gonna greatly increase the, like the speed at which I cover distance and I'm able to explore. So, on the list of my on my long list of priorities, a car is yet another one. You need to buy this game, meaning Paralives? I mean, it's fun if you're going to curb your expectations a bit, because it's still early access. But to stay true to all the things we've been discussing on these streams, it is an indie game. It is a game that's trying to dethrone a major AAA player in its specific segment. It's not a cash grab, and they are not going to respond to some weird-ass shareholders that need to see quarterly returns. And it does feel like a game which has been built with passion and gamers in mind. So even though it's still very broken in many areas, I think it's definitely worth like spending the money because it's fun. And if the studio obviously does not do the most tempting thing there is, which is to simply add, you know, tens of DLCs, which all are paid, you're in for a really, really well spent money, especially if you enjoy these types of games. Oh, antibiotics, that's sweet. Such a rare item. I wish it was cheese, though. They're running some shady operation behind your back. I'd actually be kind of fun if... Oh, you mean the people... somebody, yeah, somebody... Look, I know what they're doing. They have a freaking data center in the freaking basement. That's why all the water consumption. It must be that. Either that or a Bitcoin mine, which needs tons of water to cool the, you know, the servers. But staying true to what's popular in 2026, it's definitely not a Bitcoin mine. It must be a data center. Somebody's running their own, like, local LLMs out there. I wonder if I'm gonna have a key to this car, because it looks... oh no, it actually has lots of rust on it. I take it back. I was complaining about not having zombies at the very beginning. You know what? I take it back. It's slowing me down. It's impacting my cheese per day efficiency. We're gonna put in a new metric in place. Zero, what did you miss? You missed the fact that there was no cheese in a pizza place, which I should be entitled to at least 2 or 3 kilograms of cheese added through debug mode, because it's sacrilegious not to have any cheese in a pizza place. But to add insult to injury, as they say, there was also no cheese in a burger place. So I am currently at 2.1 kilograms of cheese, which means I am 2.1% completion. And I found an eggplant. Cooking level 3. I probably wrote this book. It's a bug report worthy offense. Yeah, 100%. That is... unless somebody else was doing this challenge before me and they got there first. This is something I honestly cannot understand. Yeah, and I constantly ignore electrical equipment. I have to keep that in mind, because even for the sake of just simply hot wiring cars, it sucks that the XP yield is so low. But you know, it is what it is. No book, no bonus. What about the basement? Are you serious? I don't have a hammer. Okay. Peak gaming. Yo, I mean, these are like... There it is. I was about to say, these are some really tough doors. No, it's the photography studio basement. Which means there is literally nothing here. Hey fool, what's up? Not too much. Essentially midway through day 2 and I am at 2.1% completion, which is not great. Gotta get some rest, just a little bit. Not too much though. Oh, but I found smokes. Okay. And while my character is resting, let me check on the poll. I'm not sure if I influenced your responses, but with 29... Whoa, hold on. 29 votes. That's a lot. With 29 votes, cheese is number 1. So... Are you under the influence of a streamer? Or is it really cheese? I mean, I can disclose my answer right now. I could not live without cheese. Smokes, not needed. I don't smoke. Chocolate, I like, but it's a guilty pleasure, and I can very well not like have chocolate at all. Cold beer, I gave up beer altogether. I only drink non-alcoholic beer now if I have like, you know, willingness to feel the taste. And cheese is an essential part of my life. So I'm pretty sure you guys knew the answer, so I don't think anyone will be shocked with my response. But the answers are pretty evenly split. Still, the fact that cheese is number 1 so far is surprising. I've seen a similar poll a few weeks ago on Reddit. On the Polish Reddit, people were asking if you could not eat one of these 2 items anymore in your life, and the selection was, or the choices were chocolate and cheese. Actually, more people were willing to give up chocolate than cheese. So there's something about cheese apparently. Roasted potatoes, warm bread, cheese. Oh my god. And we're going back to cooking again. Oh, hello. No cheese. Okay, realistically speaking, can you imagine like going into a refrigerator in a house and not finding any cheese in it? I would say probably in 8 out of 10 households you would at least find some sort of cheese. So this is extremely unrealistic. Somebody's pinging me on Discord. Is it you guys? It is you. Liquid Death. What the hell? It's Yushi posting. Okay. I'll read through it later. I love sweet potatoes. My wife hates them. I love them. Sweet potato fries, best thing you can have. With some decent sauce. Like, you know, where the mayo is the basis and you can add some spices, some chili into it, some garlic, all kinds of different stuff. I love it. Patatas bravas, but these are not sweet potatoes, these are regular potatoes. Sounds like a fellow cheese raider a few steps ahead of you. Probably. Probably that happened, especially at the pizza place. Somebody stole my idea. I need to have a word with Indie Stone. They're ruining my vibe, you know. There's only 2 houses on this street left. I have to go north. I have to hit those restaurants over there. But since I'm already... Whoa. More than I expected. More but manageable, you know? Especially if I manage to... Yeah, exactly. If I manage to put them on their ass. I didn't. Now be good and just fall down, please. Thank you. There we go. Loot the boat. Yeah, that's my intention. I think the thing is with the boat, with Delilah, I would imagine it's probably rich in alcohol. Whew, barely saw that one. Like, honestly, last minute. I am a little tense. Well, relax. You're in good hands. That is, as long as these doors hold up. Here, guys, let me help you a bit. Oh, wow, I am exhausted. Yeah, the game has trouble pinpointing where the zombie is. Like, few times I just kicked at the ground without damaging them. But okay, good. I have to take a breather. And all this for nothing. Seriously, no cheese again. Chicken nuggets. Disgusting. Oh, but maple syrup, yeah, that's something I would appreciate. I love maple syrup. Oh, more antibiotics. Cool. Captain Wolf. K9 pilot. We don't call potatoes patatas, but as Yume mentioned, sweet potatoes specifically are called bataty. So it's very similar, yeah. That is a great question. Are there any mods running? There are a few mods running. It's not a heavily modded game. I think few things which are worth mentioning. As always, I have the project cooked, but I don't think I'm going to be using that much. I have this new cool mod which is called Advanced Health, and it gives you like a complete overhaul of your character's physical condition, including some very specific buffs and debuffs if you're not paying attention to your character's condition. And apart from that, like obvious things such as like the clean hotbar, which I consider honestly no longer a mod but rather just something natural. A few cars added. Shit, guys, help me out. What else do I have? Smoke like it's 93 to have more tobacco. Stuff like that. Car zone. What a find. Yo, what an amazing find. That is amazing. It's not enough to get me to level 2, but it should be enough to get me to level 1, which is pretty badass anyway. Oh, I'm so happy. That was unexpected. What is on the floor next to the duck? We're gonna check it out in a moment. I'm pregnant. Congratulations. Not sure how it's possible, but congratulations. The one that makes the protagonist extra chatty, yeah. Oh, I'm getting tense. I'm not happening. I don't know what's happening. Here in Brazil, we like potatoes, but we love barbecue. I know. I have some connections to Brazil. In fact, my mother-in-law is Brazilian. In Spain, a coffee and a cigarette is a complete breakfast, and in Italy also. That's very typical for you southern people, you know. It's whenever we travel to Italy, and you want to have a breakfast, and you go to like this like local breakfast place. It's usually just some questionable quality sweets, coffee, and people smoking outside. I don't see anything specific on the floor, honestly. I mean, the duck is glitched. It should be inside the bathroom. And then beyond that, there's everything there. Only the antibiotics were on the ground. Maybe that is what you've seen. And my character is a bit tired, so let me pop an energy drink. Hey, but Spanish people have some really amazing food. One of my favorite things is proper jamón. And if it's jamón bellota, guys, if you enjoy ham, you will never ever have a better piece of ham than jamón bellota. It's insanely expensive, so treat yourself with, you know, consideration. But that is just experience of eating jamón bellota is just out of this world. And there are obviously all kinds of great Spanish jamons, like types of ham, but bellota is by far the best one. My breakfast has been a coffee and cigarette since the time my mother found out I smoke, keeping up the lead in the EU. Mate, you need to take care of yourself, you know? That's not... You're not gonna survive long off just that. Have something nutritious, I don't know, a freaking yogurt or something. Okay, I'm about to clear this entire street, meaning just loot this house. It's gonna be a house of some sort of a very odd cheese lover. Yeah, I wanted to say it's gonna be a cheese lover house. It's a freaking alarm. Yeah. But hey, this is the first one, so can't complain too much, okay? Been fairly lucky up until now. Problem is, I am nowhere like closer to reaching my target. Yo, it's a whole pilgrimage. You leave my cheese safe house alone, you hear me? The alarm means they're protecting the cheese. Yes, exactly. That was a very special anti cheese burglar alarm. Unlucky. Run! Run! Well, they're really motivated. I'm gonna get you now, though. Thing is, I am terrified, tired, it's late. Well, it's not late, but it's getting late. My character would fancy a shut-eye. And all in all, not a great... Oh, fireman. It's not a great... I'm barely doing any damage at this point, right? Look. 22, 18. So, okay, this one was better. 76. Right, enough. Enough is enough. Well, I have to... I wanted to go north. Towards the last restaurants. And the boat. Yep. Yeah, definitely had enough. Oh! I'm gonna be back home right for the show. Sadly, with no more cheese. No show? 6 p.m., isn't it? Okay, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on, I have to catch up on chat, guys, because I was so focused on fighting that like I completely missed what you guys were saying. Have I tried Manchego cheese? No. I will have to absolutely Google that and see what that is. Achilles, I'm glad you eat yogurt with oats and honey. Yes, that's an incredibly nutritious and very healthy breakfast, by the way, or a snack rather. Barbecue and in Poland it's also very social. We cook, we eat, we drink. It's a very social experience. Dude is throwing cotton balls at the Zeds. I don't think my character is capable of doing anything more today. I think I will have to close day 2 with barely any more cheese found. Like 2.1 kilograms. It's really bad. Let me make a note of it. Oh, I don't have I don't have an eraser. Are you serious? Well, that's a... That is a, how do you say? Oversight. That is a major oversight. I should have an eraser. Why am I carrying a kilogram bottle with me? What's the point? Yeah. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna wake up and continue tomorrow. But first I gotta release some tension. I thought a day-long barbecue, as if every person in your extended family is unemployed, is only a Greek Balkan thing. I don't think it is. I think like eating out together is still... I mean, that's essentially how we developed as a civilization, right? So when humans discovered fire and they were actually able to cook their food instead of just eating berries and stuff, that's how we started to form tribes. That's how we started to develop, means of communication, language. Beginnings of culture are linked to just eating out. I mean, not eating out, eating in with like your fellow tribe members or family members. And it grew from there. I'm gonna eat a raw onion, so my breath alone is going to be killing all the zombies. Don't you get close now. You're gonna regret this. And I know I shouldn't be walking. It would probably be much better to just drive. Problem is, I don't have a car, guys. Eduardo, what I can say is, as a person who experienced unemployment, I don't wish that on anyone who's willing to work. It's a horrible experience. So yeah, I sometimes complain, especially on my Discord, that I have had a lot of work. I had to put in a long day. I mean, like today, I was working for 10 hours today, looking at Excel spreadsheets. My brain was literally like broken by the time I was about to finish. But shit, I don't care. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy that I have a job. So yeah. Though there was one good thing that came out of my unemployment, and that's the fact that I am talking to you guys, because this YouTube channel was created when I was unemployed. And again, it's been a story I was mentioning several times on stream, but maybe for those of you who have not heard it before, I was really struggling with the fact that I am getting constantly rejected, that I needed to do something that would give me meaning and a sense of success and accomplishment. And I started doing YouTube. And it became incredibly rewarding in a sense that I had a hobby. And I felt I'm doing something positive and people appreciated it. And it made me feel better. And it's pretty amazing. And especially when you're a father and a husband, when you have people, I mean, if you're like young and living alone, I mean, you can survive off ramen noodles or just, I don't know, sleeping at your friend's house, right? You don't really have to worry that much about stuff. But when there are actually people who depend on you, it increases the difficulty level by a factor of 20, and you have to like, it's not easy. So yeah, I can totally relate to that. I was lucky enough that when I left my previous job, I had means to live, and I wasn't put in a situation where, like, you know, we would be in a really dark place. But still, it's not anything. It's not anything that I would wish to anyone. Good night, Foxy. Have a good one. Yeah, Jesus! Jesus! Jesus cheddar. Yo, I got so confused there for a moment. Oh. Musicians lived here. And they had no cheese. No songs dedicated to cheese. No cheese serenades. Oh, you were saying who's I didn't see who was going away. So anyways, apologies. I got totally like the sidetracked here. But I see another familiar face. Big Glock. What's up? You need cheeses. Yeah, I need to make like some sort of a funny graphic with cheeses. No, it's gonna be offensive to some people. Let's not do that. I always try to be, you know, like sensitive. Okay, it's this is a bit risky because it's incredibly dark. But you know what? Playing the Ark conditioned me to really dealing well with darkness. Especially while driving. Make a cheese shrine instead. And I need a cheese... Yes, I need a cheese counter. Why haven't I thought about it earlier? We need to do that. I don't know how. Because I am terrible at these things. Oh wow, that's a pretty empty garage. But that would be pretty amazing. Like a counter somewhere in the top left-hand corner, which would get updated anytime I add more cheese. Yo, if you guys have an idea how to do that, you need to let me know on Discord. Cook show. For some reason I read it car zone in my mind, right? And if had that been a car zone, I would have enough to hit mechanics level 2, which would effectively mean that I would be able to hotwire cars. Okay, cheese. You have a cheese grater and you have no cheese. Come on, this makes no sense. Why do you have a cheese grater when there is no cheese in your house? That should be illegal. Of course it can be edited later, but it would be much funnier if I can figure out some sort of an overlay for the cheese counter. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna sit down and think about it. It's absolutely doable. I'm sure. Take care, you may. I hope I'm gonna see you guys on Thursday. Oh, caffeine pills. Oh, that's great. That's sweet. I mean, not necessarily sweet in terms of taste, but you guys get the point. That is actually a great call out, Aces, because obviously, like we had this, we were discussing this a few days ago in one of the streams that, by the way, what time it is? Oh, we are way past it. But 9:37 p.m. in Poland is like a meme hour. Because that's when the Pope died, and there's like tons of memes about the Pope. And people in my country are split into two groups. One group absolutely hates and despises any memes about the Pope, and the other one just like enjoys them very much. And I can say with a fairly good level of confidence that the guy would probably laugh at those memes and wouldn't mind them at all. So yeah, it's very important to be able also to have a bit of distance to yourself. Like, I don't get mad when people, like, make fun of me. As long as it's funny. Just, you know, try to have a bit of... I mean, a bit of good laugh is always welcome. Makes you healthier. This is harder than I thought. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this to be this hard. Am I a Christian? Ooh, that is a very personal question. Unless it wasn't a question to me. A generator, not a good one, but better than none. Yeah, but I think by the time I am going to need or actually have the ability to move a generator from one place to the other, I'll find better ones. Because right now I don't even have a car to like physically move it. It's not an invasive question, and I am more than happy to answer. I am born in a country which is 93% Christian, which by default makes you go through the entire like process of, you know, oh come on, so, you know, baptism, the first communion and stuff. So I went through all of that, and at this point in time I'm not really sure what I am. I guess... Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me focus here for a moment, because this could be a bit... Oh, this is very bad. Yeah, hold on. I gotta leave this place. Hold on, I gotta wyłączyć na chwilę. Going back to what I was saying, I'm not sure. I don't think... There is this cool movie. Hold on, I've got a great answer because I think this actually answers that very well. See you later, fool. We gotta chat later. Oh, Jesus Christ, Key Mothers. Yeah, exactly. So there was this movie with Jodie Foster called Contact. I said great movie. I take it back. It's not a great movie. It's just a movie. It's about search for and like contacting extraterrestrial life, and essentially they get in touch with a supposed extraterrestrial intelligent life, and they are looking, they as in the scientists and the governments, they are looking for a representative who would use a device which like schematics were sent by these extraterrestrial intelligence. They were looking for a candidate to be sent to talk to them, right? And be the first human to get in touch with them. And there is this really cool. The whole movie is somewhat spiritual because there is lots of talk about faith and God and everything. And when they are asking Jodie Foster, who is the main character, she's the protagonist, and she has an affair with a pastor. Just saying. And this pastor is on the selection committee, and he doesn't want her to go. And at some point, he asks her a question in the selection process: "Is does she consider herself a spiritual person?" And she starts to like beat around the bush, try to find the right words to say she's not. And eventually she answers the question saying, "Faith is a gift that was not given to me." Which is a very elegant way of responding to such a question. I think I would say it's probably close to how I would answer this question. I do definitely like live the values because I try to be friendly, polite. I try to not do to others what I wouldn't want done to myself. I mean, in my professional life, that resonates. Nice. In my professional life, as a manager, like people always were very openly saying that they enjoy working with me because I am a very down-to-earth person who's like easy to relate to, and that I tend to understand people. And I say, look, it's very easy. In management, I always try to treat people the same way I would like to be treated. And I think in many ways you might say that, like, I hope, at least I like to think this way about myself, is that I would display like your typical Christian values without necessarily going to church every Sunday, if that makes sense. Apologies for a bit long response, but I think it's a topic which warrants kind of a more structured response. Ooh! A metal baseball bat and a spare crowbar. All of this is amazing. You know what would be even more amazing? If there was cheese in the frickin' refrigerator. Have I done... of course not. Have I done everything great? Of course not. I've done some really like horrible stuff in my life. I mean, horrible. I haven't killed anyone or like, but you know, like every single human being, I probably hurt some people. I've done things I regret. I just hope that all in all, you know, the net is positive. Oh, an eraser. I was actually looking for this. Guys, there is literally no cheese in this whole freaking town. This is crazy. I'm 100 kilograms now feels like an insane target to reach. I didn't think it would be this hard. What happened, love? Oh, you're tired. Oh, look, another funny pack. That's sweet. Always like them. Questionable ethics. The Riverside Rangers story. Who cut the cheese? I don't know. Is that some sort of an inside joke I should know? Where am I, by the way? I'm completely lost. Hold on, guys. Where the hell am I? I am just outside the church. There's a cafe not far away from here. And then there's a dentist. I don't think I'm gonna find cheese in a dentist. At a dentist. Okay, but I am on the right path towards the area where there are restaurants and hopefully some other spots. And there should also be some cars in downtown. It means who farted. Oh, that's definitely me then. I am known for that. My wife will confirm that. Right, honey? Hmm? Hold on, I'm killing zombies. I cannot hear you. Oh, she acknowledged that, yes. I'm not sure I should be disclosing these things on stream. Maybe I should try the door. Oh, there's a window open here. Whoa. Dude scared me. I'm completely ignoring the shows. And it's cook show. I am a cook. I don't care. I could be in this show. Teaching all of you. Oh! What a nice surprise. This close to hot wiring cars. Hold on. My mechanics is not great, but it's not bad now. And I got electrical level 1, which is awesome. Oh, mistake. Big mistake. For a moment, I thought this lemon is cheese. Mac and cheese! Mac and cheese! Open? Yo, this cheese powder counts. 100%. Should I show this? Okay, you're half naked. I'm not gonna show it. Yeah, makes sense. My dog is doing tricks in the background. Yo, mac and cheese. That's yet another source of cheese. And it's legit. It's absolutely legit. I completely forgot that there is also mac and cheese. Unfortunately, I cannot use the macaroni from the mac and cheese. But at least the cheese powder, you know. Mac and cheese! Oh, we are on a roll. This is like a... This is Cheese County. Sorry, babe. I am getting emotional anytime I find cheese, I know. But this challenge is just way too difficult, so... All right, at least some little progress, you know. Oh, another metal baseball bat. Well, I'm not gonna carry all of those. I think I'm good with what I found. The cheese floodgates have opened. I hope so. I really hope so. Oh, look at the... Oh, no. Is it a survivor's house? Or have we reached... Yeah, this is a survivor's house. Because we are not yet in the... Or are we? No, hold on. This is not a survivor's house. We have reached the damaged part of Brandenburg. So there's not going to be anything there. All of these houses have been destroyed by the tornado. But hey, that's progress. How many grams of cheese? Unfortunately, 100. So they are... this is like equivalent of the processed cheese. Oh, that's a nice van. LOL? Oh, come on, are you serious? Ha ha ha. Too slow. Oh shit, it's a neck. Hold on. I should probably take care of the neck first. I am playing with infections off. I was mentioning that at the beginning of the stream, but I can imagine a lot of you joined mid-stream, so you might not know this. The reason why I am playing with infections turned off is I just figured that finding so much cheese is gonna be enough of a challenge. So the only way to kill me physically is to making me bleed out due to, you know, like all the wounds that that are gonna be inflicted on my character. So this is not a problem. This is absolutely not an issue. It's just it's gonna slow me down for obvious reasons, but it's not gonna stop me. It's just a flesh wound. There is a post office nearby, which I want to visit because one of the things which I've been mentioning in the masterclass videos, and it's 100% true, post offices are amazing when it comes to finding magazines. So it's one of those places where the chance of finding a generator magazine is the highest. And now what I'm not going to be doing is I'm not going to be oh, my chef's jacket is all messed up. I'm not going to be leveling up electrical like the classic way, so leveling it up all the way to level 3. I'd much rather just find the generator magazine, which there are a few locations that I am fairly confident will give me one. So yeah, electrical level 1 was what I wanted to reach just to be able to hotwire cars. Oh, I had a hole in my pants. The way you get loot in PZ is honestly annoying, of course. It's incredibly frustrating because it doesn't make any sense. In many ways, it's counterintuitive because things you would be expecting to find, like cheese in a refrigerator, simply do not spawn. Post office without nested containers is a nightmare. Yes, it absolutely is. And guess what? I don't have nested containers, so I will have to live through this nightmare. But that's fine. Oh, I'm about to go way overweight. Cook show. Again. I thought for the second time... Oh, this is actually... For the second time I thought I found Car Zone. And for the second time it was Cook Show. Hello, sir. Would you like to talk about cheeses? All true, Achilles. All true. I completely endorse everything you've mentioned. Then again, it would make the game way too easy, right? Oh, another cool car, but totally broken. Yeah, so that's the issue with all the wounds that I suffered, is I'm just much less dangerous combat-wise, you know? The swings are not as fast. I have to rely on my feet. Oh, Banjo! Oh, cool. Woodcraft cook show. Another cook show. No cheese. Macaroni. And where is the cheese packet, bro? Guys, honestly, this is gonna be tough. But I'm gonna make it. I'm determined. Bad planning. And another baseball bat. Check this out. It's almost noon, right? And in this section, just in this section of Brandenburg, I found 3 metal baseball bats and only 2 cheese-related items. Make sense of that. Honestly, try and make sense of that. Oh, I love these. Guys, do you know you can do this cool thing? Hold on. We're gonna do a quick we're gonna do a quick tutorial, because I'm sure not everyone knows. If you have stuff like these and you go into extended 3D placement, you can physically move these things around and place them neatly on the walls. And you probably know this, but not everyone does. And considering there might be someone that's going to watch this that does not know it, I can show you. And this way, boom, it's now neatly placed on the floor. I mean, on the wall. Let me know if you did not know that. I'm actually curious if this is like really common knowledge and everybody knows you can do these things, or have I actually shown you something new, like a new feature? Yes, you can put skulls, you can put everything. You can put tools on the walls. Ranch is not cheese, right? It's not even close. It's just liquid calories. You can put your shotgun on the wall. nicely. Yeah, it does allow for some cool decorative options. But it's not totally intuitive, so not everyone might know this. Oh, a cigar. I'm gonna smoke it when I find like a regular cheese block. Oh, a library. Hold on. A library with nothing. I mean, my pace of exploration is quite decent. I haven't checked this house. I think it's pretty decent because I covered a lot of ground in under 3 days, which is respectable. Babe, I have looted like... Oh, come on. I have looted, I don't know, 20 houses at least in a supermarket. And I found literally 2 kilograms of cheese. And I need to find 100, yeah. And I've looted... No, not today, like this entire series, but all of this is already looted, including a pizza place and a freaking burger place, and I have like 2 kilograms of cheese. I need to find 100. I am 30% through Brandenburg, and I am at 2% completion. This is gonna be painful. She's laughing at me. Oh, hold on, because I do not want to butcher your name. Aristaranovic. Thank you for joining the channel. Amazing. I have not seen you before. Is it your first time on stream? There is this cool fishing mod now that you guys are talking about. Oh wow, upgraded. Oh my god. Sweet. There is this cool fishing mod that I used to have, which allows you to make trophies out of fish and have them placeable on the walls. It's actually super cool. And how many zombies did I kill? I think I would say I am feeling that at least 120. Oh wow, I underestimated it pretty heavily. 252. Yeah, 120. Yeah. I would say the pace of play is at least the pace of play is pretty decent. I hope you guys are not bored watching me tonight. Wait, hold on. What is this place? Again, I have to refer to the online map. Grocery store. Oh shit. A grocery store. Yeah, I have to go in that direction. Oh, and I think I can quickly tease it on stream without too many details. But for all of you that liked the Ark, I know there is like plenty of like folks that really enjoyed the series. I am cooking up something very special to kind of wrap up this whole adventure with the Ark. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I'm just gonna say this is something that I really hope you guys will appreciate. I can also mention that it's something that I have not done before on my channel. More details will come soon. But I most certainly hope you will find it interesting. And even if you did not enjoy the Ark or watched the Ark at all, I think that might be something interesting. Not tired, but bedtime is approaching. It is. I am surprisingly feeling good. Normally, it's almost 11 p.m., so I should be reaching a point where I am becoming horrible. But I think, you know, this little can helped me stay on top of my game, and so far I am still good. But I'm not gonna be dragging this for much longer, because I do appreciate you guys are also planning on going, so yeah, and we've been streaming for 3 hours already, so I think I'm gonna try and get towards the end of this day. Oh wow. And we're gonna be wrapping up, so if you bear with me for 10 to 15 more minutes, you will likely not miss anything from the story. This is a grocery store. Let me check the poll results because it's still available. Not much has changed. 34% voted for cheese. I respect everyone voting on the survey. I personally agree with those that voted for cheese. Okay, let's check out this house while we're at it. Hehe. You never know. Bread. Everyone who voted for cheese is they're not a mouse. They are just, you know, they're Pablo. I actually oh, another cigar, sweet. I actually specifically added the mod where you can carry I'm sorry, what is a s'more? No idea. I specifically added the mod that allows you to carry animals in your bags, because if by any chance we're gonna find Pablo, he's absolutely joining us on this little adventure. Those of you who don't know, Pablo is a mouse who was my fellow teammate, friend in one of my longer series, which ended sadly in the Crossroads Mall, eaten by sprinters. That was such an abrupt end. Shut the door right into his face. S'more is a roasted marshmallow and chocolate between two crackers. How do you know all these things? The funny thing is, whenever I ask some sort of an off-brand question or something weird, she always has an answer. It's like... Whoa! Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Woo! This close. This close to dying. Where did all of these zombies come from all of a sudden? Holy shit, I nearly shit my pants. Literally, nearly shit my pants. That was so close. No, there was no alarm. We would hear it, right? There was no alarm. I mean, there was an alarm before, but it was in a different house, in a different area. And... well, too late. Seriously, that was so close. One of my closest calls ever. I don't know how I've managed to survive that, because... essentially, Zomboid one-on-one. I got myself cornered, not knowing what's on the other side. And when the area I entered from was completely toast, I just ran into the other side without knowing what's on the other side. So you're not supposed to do these things. This was really stupid. And I'm lucky to be alive. Because even without the infections turned on, there was more than enough zombies to just simply eat me alive. And cause enough general damage to kill me. So yeah. I think I have a key to this trailer. Jadek. Oh, I am useless. I'm barely doing any damage. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. I am no longer able to run. Hold on. I think these are... I have these cool pills. Okay, but they only reduced fatigue. But not the general... exertion. They have side effects though, so one should not consider these weird pills to be like, you know, an answer to all your questions. These can leave you tense, so they tend... Ooh. Oh, nice. Ammo. And a holster. And a pistol. I'm actually gonna take this, you know. And this is an amazing trader. 180 storage. The church has a kitchen. You almost got shredded. I see what you did there. That's a good one. I'm gonna get some rest in the church kitchen. I have these cool pills. Don't tell anyone. Okay, let's see what they have. Spaghetti, cereal, maple syrup, all good, tasty stuff. Bacon, no cheese. Why doesn't it surprise me? Gotta get some rest. So, geography. Eraser, I already have one. I already found one earlier. So, geography. This is a cafe. I don't think they'll have cheese. This is a police station. And over here, I think there is like a small grocery store, which I really want to check. And that's the only thing, that's the last thing I'm gonna do today because it's getting late. And my character is getting tired. So, yeah. And literally just now, I also started to feel tired. So, this is my first yawn of the evening. Apologies. Yeah, so we are definitely reaching the end of the stream. Joey's Kuppa. Oh, hold on, I want to have the gun under number 2. Now, I'm not gonna be firing the weapon here. Too risky. Yeah, definitely too risky. Way too many. There is a fancy... What is a fromagerie? And can we kind of... Can we make it spawn here so that I would be able to find some more cheese? Because, you know, at this space, considering that I am currently at 2.5 kilograms, we are looking at... What? 40 streams? In this series? That's more than the Ark. Twice as more. Nah, there has to be better ways. Come on. I mean, you know, it's gonna keep me occupied for a while, which is great. Kappa is short for a cup of tea. Again, like, where does all this knowledge come from? Ah, okay, fromage. Okay, from fromage, which is French for cheese. Now I see. Now I get the reference, but it only shows that I am getting tired, and I am starting to be unable to connect the relevant dots. I resisted the yawning spell. Congratulations. It's incredibly hard to resist, so you must have rolled a very good roll. Okay, won't make it on time. Well, at least I am finding cigars. Not that I need them. Yeah, they're not gonna have... They're not gonna have cheese. Impossible. Milk, which is an amazing item to have. Yes, but not cheese. Let's get some rest. I found... Ooh, dirty. Fancy a bit of tailoring. My brain is a curious place. I can retain lots of useless info. Same here. I have tons of useless knowledge. Or I always thought that I have a lot of useless knowledge. Oh, hello. Goodbye. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna try and kill as many as I can with a gun. And I'm gonna run away. I forgot I am not a veteran, you know? And my firearms skills are pretty terrible. Yeah, I'm done. I am done. We listed off all the Latin names for trees. My boyfriend was completely flustered. Whoa, all of a sudden he started swinging like crazy. I got some debuffs. So, before I go, just to show you, this advanced health, it's been 3 days, so my character was in various different situations, and these things start to impact me. So, I got a buff which says Calm Physiology. You remain calm even when your body feels under pressure. I'm not sure why I got it, but now I got chronic headaches because of frequent stress. So you tend to get these random buffs and debuffs depending on how you play the game and which things impact you. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I am done for the night. To summarize, or rather to recap, in this lovely cheese safe house, I do have 2.1 kilograms of cheese. And by the way, these two markings are no longer applicable, which is not a lot. And I am also having additional 200 grams of cheese on me, which means my total for the day was 2.3 kilograms of cheese. Pathetic. Not even close, considering how much I looted. But anyways, I'm still alive. Barely. I barely made it out alive. I'm gonna see you on Thursday. thank you for accompanying me tonight. I had tons of fun. I hope you did too. New episode of the Arc drops tomorrow. I'll see you on Thursday.